Okay, so we have this Holiday Inn employee. He had a complete meltdown when he unsuccessfully tried to resolve an issue with a customer. And with this particular customer, I guess he was, I don't know, angry about some type of reservation. It was a mistake in the computer. They posted this on Tariq Nasheed's. He posted this on his, his Twitter account, and I think Freddie Gibbs ended up talking about like when the guy was getting crazy. He was like, "Oh, okay, I hope he doesn't have a gun or anything." So, I mean, it kind of received a lot of negative comments, but based on the atmosphere what's going on in the world right now, you thinking like, dang, this is ridiculous. Like he's gonna be a mass shooter. But I look at this too with this young man here. I used to work in customer service for like 5 years, and I worked in the trauma hospital. So I mean, I can imagine that he was even 10 times or probably 100 times worse. And I understand that when you are in the front line and you are a representation of a company, they're the first people that you see. You're going to have a lot of interactions. There's going to be a lot of greeting. You got to understand like the policies. And then you got some people, they're going to test you on these policies. Like, what do you mean I can't have two queen size beds, or I can't have a queen size bed here? What do you mean I can't go in here and pay cash for this particular room? Or you might have glitches that goes on in your system. Same thing when it goes into the hospital. When I worked in the customer service as a clerk, right? Giving out information, directing people where they need to go inside a hospital. That's extremely important. But then again, you have people that's sick. You got people that's coming in, have a different mentality. Like, listen, somebody's dying in my family. I need someone to take me to the morgue. And I've been in situations to the point, like, I remember it was no manager in sight. And I was like the only one working the desk for like a couple hours until I even get some relief. And I still have to remain professional and still do my job. And like, say for instance, like someone wants to go to the ICU unit, intensive care unit, and we had a policy that you have to be at least 12 years and up. If you're under age of 12, you cannot go there. No nursing manager, none of them, they cannot override that, right? And they try to do it, you have to, annotate it. So you got people coming in with children sometimes. Actually, a lot of times when I was working there, and they say, "Hey, such and such say I can go up there with my child in the waiting room." No, you can't, ma'am. According to the hospital policies, it says you have to be 12 and up. And I remember how situations people want to yell at me, and I still defended myself. I stood up for myself. I listen. This is the policy. I'm not. Don't take this personal, but you cannot allow this child to go up into the ICU unit, and it's for safety reasons, right? It's a lot of germs up there, and then for the most part, it's going to affect their immune system. And we're trying to protect you and your child. Then you have someone to watch your child in the waiting room while you go up there. I understand you guys going through a hard time right now, but I cannot allow this child to go up there into the waiting room. And going through that rebuttal back and forth, yeah, they kind of be understanding like, all right, whatever, man. You sit here, or I call a brother or some type of sibling or family member to go ahead and pick the child up while they go up there, and then you have security and the police officers there in the hospital to back you up. But you can't fold under pressure. And I'm not judging this young man. I'm again to his Reddit post. We're just going by what really happened. He could have a bad day. Bad days happen. And I understand, like, what the gentleman was doing. I mean, yeah, he shouldn't have to record it. I was just, he was being irate. But I think in this, as I, examine this situation critically, I believe the young man, instead of him getting angry and hitting himself and, headbutting and destroying the computer, then now that's on tape and it's shared viral, they can, the company can probably fire you from that. If you're damaging, you're being unprofessional. He didn't assault the guy, but he walked away and he still didn't resolve the issue. I think he should have stood up and say, "Hey, I'm the manager right now. I'm just telling you, yes, we made a mistake. I'm sorry for the inconvenience that we made a mistake here with your reservation. Only thing I can do is not charge you for these particular nights. I can get you to a queen size for like one night, and then next 2 or 3 days, I give you a discount, and you can have this king size room," whatever the situation was. And yes, it can be a lot of things going on at once. He yelling at you, calling you many names. But you can say, "Hey, you ain't gonna be calling me and disrespecting me like this." I can call the police, because I don't think they have security like that in Holiday Inn. So you have the local police to be that external security. I can call the police, and then they help you escort it out of here. I'm trying to resolve the issue here. Or he could have simply called, I'm pretty sure, an employee, ex-employee, they may know a little bit more information, or a manager that's on call that can go to the particular facility and resolve the issue there. Sometimes you have to go out of that that realm there, when you resolve and you try to resolve conflicts. Breaking down and hitting yourself and destroying a computer is not a good way to go out. But at the same time, I understand that because it's been many days I wanted to do that at the previous job that I worked at. And it's sometimes, when after I resolve a situation, people cussing you out and stuff like that. Sometimes I go to the bathroom, or we had a chapel, which was good, and I read a couple Bible verses on my break. And I just try not to don't take things to heart. When you working in the customer service, that's any job in general, but specifically on the topic of customer service, don't take things to heart. Just know that you're not going to bed with them, even if you see them every day. This is a job, and you're representing a business here that you don't own. You're just the face of it. And whoever is the CEO, COO, whatever, CFO, you have to imply everything they do, whatever they say, as long as it's not discriminatory, racist, or anything like that. But when you sign that application and you did the interview, I'm pretty sure they hired you for a particular reason, that you were a people person and you had the ability to think critically. And I think with this young man here, he just lacked the confidence to think critically and to resolve issues. And as a man, this is an attribute, this is a trait, and it's a skill that you need to have in life. It's going to be many things, and life is going to kick you, beat you down every single day. It's going to beat you down, but you got to get back up and rise up and realize your mistakes and move forward. And always remember that whatever is a problem, there's always a solution. And it's going to be embarrassing moments, but at the same time, you pick yourself up, you keep moving forward, and at the end of the day, all you have is you. Because not only that, you start breaking down, you unfold under pressure, but the thing is, subconsciously, that can start eating you up inside, right? And then you're going to be really frustrated with life, and then it's going to turn into a crisis. That, okay, now I want to go ahead and hurt people. Now I'm gonna bottle all this anger and just kill myself, or little things like that. You have to be very careful. Now, I like how supporters on YouTube, they were saying they was going to help this young man get a GoFundMe page. I think that is really good, so he can have enough cash. I think he may get fired from the Holiday Inn. Who knows? He probably will, or get fined for at least they might take it out of his paycheck. Because I mean, cause say it might be another customer, they come in, they be like, dang man, like the way he just broke down like that, I don't know if I can trust him. Now I'm not saying it's a bad look for him, but at the same time though, you got to think about this. Companies want stern, firm, assertive individuals. Well, when you're in the front line of their company, he just had to keep that in mind. And I just want to read one of his Reddit posts, and I'm probably going to end it here. Pull it up on my phone. He said, "With the guy recording didn't record." Okay. I was literally on the edge of my rope, contemplating on a lot of things as I view this. Does anyone have a bad day anymore? I'm the front desk guy at the hotel, and I'm the subject of this video, LOL. What the guy recording didn't record was him calling me the F word, derogatory terms for homosexuals, for taking his money, which is my job, and as well as threatening my job security. While the depiction is correct, because I am a giant homosexual, that was that. I was done. Right before then, he started recording. I told him I have a mental illness and have a moment to think before he just keep going and going before it became too much. Yes, I have bipolar disorder with schizoactive tendencies. This is not one of my best moments. Mental illness is real and it literally can destroy lives. All I want to do was help them, which I couldn't because at this point my hands were tied. But if they pressured me and try to argue with me, I didn't know how to handle it usually. That being said, it was a huge wake-up call for me to get out of that industry. I really would like to be a streamer, but then that's hard to do today. The future is absolutely terrifies me, but at least I made this person's day by giving them Reddit points. So like I said, another quote, I mean, you can be a streamer, you can be anything you want to be in life, but just know that, just kind of take a deep breath, calm down, long as he's not physically assaulting you, because you still have the constitutional right to defend yourself. But just try to analyze the situation and just put everything aside and like, listen, this customer is irate about something, or he may be just ignorant and just want to, you got some customers who want to come in, just want to complain and just want to try to test you. You got to set them in a place in a professional manner by verbally speaking up for yourself. And that's all, but I feel for that young man. I hope he, gets a really good job. I don't know nothing about him. This is going about his video. And yeah, hopefully this won't hurt his job prospects. But that's all I really have to say. That's some of my thoughts on it. But guys, continue to like, comment, subscribe, share this video. This is the fastest growing channel in the world. I really appreciate you guys. That's my thoughts on it. I'm out. Deuces.